Now it's going high. Wait. Verifying something, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, okay. Best waifu. Fight me, Michael Caine with a shotgun. And chosen because this is the Focal Radiance, done in collaboration with Bentley. Or at least Bentley was like, hey, make us a headphone, and then Focal's like, aight. And then you get Michael Caine with a shotgun as your wallpaper. Don't forget to save that and put it on your phone background. It'd be badass. So, these. How do I... gemstone title, because it's $1,800. Which, I mean, you put Bentley on fucking anything. You put that on anything, you know, pens are $1,800. So, I'm not really surprised. Focal for Bentley, Radiance, Fabrique in France. This is all, it's all good. It's all good. Why the collaboration? I don't know. I know if you read the book, and the book comes with the box, and the box has the book in it. They talk about name. Here's Focal. This is Focal stuff. And the voice of name, which is power amplifiers and weird UK things. And then whatever a Vervent is, and then innovation, and then made in France, and then made in England, and then name for Bentley Motors, because they do the internal sound systems or name stuff, and Bain Musso, and then boom, finally, Focal for Bentley. They basically said, hey, make us a headphone for, you know, customers to buy, to use with their Bentley, in their Bentley, or when they're not in their Bentley. And, you know, very rarely does a marketing team, like, fucking nail it. They nailed it. These headphones, which look like every other Focal, there's the Stellias over there, which are $3,000, so these are a fucking bargain in comparison, sound like a Bentley. I wouldn't have put Michael Caine as a background if I didn't think they sounded like they did their job. 100% they did their job. And the last thing I just did, because I've had these on every amplifier on the face of the fucking earth, and the linear A90 is my favorite. And I've been sitting, I turned on the Solaris, I let that warm up. I got this Spark Ghost going, got the Singzer, I got the WA 11 Topaz on the Geshelli fucking J2, and I had the adapter for the Rebel amp, and the reference, and you know what? These are so nice. That's it. Just so nice. I was just listening to music, and I'm just next and next and next and next, and God, I wish I was getting a back massage or a colon cleanse with coffee. That's just a Colombian coffee, whole bean, just next, and it's like, oh, Bentley. That's what it is. So these are an unoffensive, very smooth, like ridiculously smooth, pleasant sounding headphone. $1,800 is a lot, but so we're going to ignore that for a bit. I will say the leather on these pads, and I don't know, usually leather's been pretty soft on like the clear MGs, because now this is it. I've done them all. This is my final entry into the Focal lineup for 2020. But whatever this leather was the baby calf even born? Or are these like built from stem cells? Because that's how soft this is. This is insane. And then they have like multiple tiering. Like we've got the soft, slightly thicker front, and then a thinner side. And then you've got the hatch pattern here in the leather, and then there's fabric under that, and it's just like, wow. There's your driver with a large honeycomb mesh, and there's a much smaller mesh over it to keep you from getting your filthy, dirty hair and shit in there. The build is exactly the same. The adjustment is exactly the same. It rocks back and forth. Still has, luckily, 3.5mm plugs in it. I'm not using the stock cable as of this moment. I'm using the cable from Jijibo, the company that sells the Grado accessories. I'll link them again, with this sharp fucking murder thing, because I wanted to bounce around between all my different amps, and I'm probably gonna buy a bunch of adapters, so I never have to use anything but 4.4. I'm going to put a 4.4 adapter, 4.4 adapter, 4. Actually, that'll get a 4.4 adapter. This amp is not staying, but that's 4. And this way I can just put. And I think about putting like a switch panel, just having extensions go from a female 4.4 into all the amps. So I just do this. And because the stock cable is, I think it only comes with the one. Unlike the Stelia came in like a giant box that I sold in the yard sale. I think I got like, I don't want to say how much I sold it for, but it came with a set of Focal clears, and it was like $200. It's like, oh my God. So that was actually worth that amount of money for the whole inlay and the wires it came with and everything. This is just a normal, like, clear. Actually, was the clear MG bigger? The clear MG might have been bigger. Yeah, this is like the middle of the range Focal box. And it comes with the only single middle of the range 1/4-inch screw on to 3.5 millimeter cable, although they have dolled this up with the copper, the brushed copper, or machined copper I should say, with the copper inlay matching the hatch cross pattern there. It is nice. It is nice. The where it's not nice is when it's still this after a previous owner and then sending it to me, and I'm just sort of like, I'm gonna have to get a heat. I'm not getting a heat gun. All right, here's the thing. I don't own this. This is not mine. It was sent to me by a user, so I can't spend the time to like boil water and then just soak this in boiling water and then pick it up and go and try to make it go straight. It's a nice enough wire. If you can get the kinks out of it, nice metal there too. If you can get the kinks out of it, you'll have very, very happy many years, because it's very simple. It plugs in, it's done. I'm using the cable so I can go balance 12.4, and I bounce around to every amplifier. And the reason I think I like this the most on the neutral A90 is I think it was tuned to be completely from the sound you get out of this, the sound signature, what you're actually achieving by making the Bentley of headphones, is already very soft and very wide and very pleasing. So chucking that shit onto the Rebel amp, which its job, the Rebel amp's job, the Singzer's job, certainly the Solaris's job, are to take normal headphones and make them softer, more pleasing, wider. And so when you're already there, you know, doubling up, and it doesn't always work. Do you like ketchup on your hamburger? Oh, we put ketchup on your hamburger, then we dunked it in ketchup. It's like, that's too much ketchup. It's too much ketchup. There's such a thing as too much ketchup. Unless you're Canadian, then you just drink that shit for like a beverage. So yeah, the A90, the linearness is just absolutely perfect. Love how my air conditioner is just getting louder, by the way. It's going to be as bad as the heating thing soon. And if I just shift through these songs. Automata. Great movie, by the way. Please go look at Automata. It's like Blade Runner 2049 had a prequel, only it had only like a third of the budget, and that budget ran out mid-movie, and then they're in the desert. But Antonio Banderas is bald in it, so what do you want from me? Yeah, no, this is Apology from the Automata soundtrack. It's just, they certainly sound like, Stelias are not this comforting. They're just not. None of the lineup is this comforting. Is this? It's still making noise, but of like, even with the quiet, like music slowly, quietly playing, I can't hear the things behind me. You know why? Because you've ever been in a Bentley? I've never been in a Bentley, but I watched Doug DeMuro and Jeremy Clarkson, and I know when you're in a Bentley, shit's fucking quiet. They might as well be noise. These are one of the better sound dampening headphones that are just passively sound dampening that you can buy. Which is perfect. And you actually don't need it in the back of a Bentley because it's so fucking quiet in the back of a Bentley. You could probably use open back headphones. But if you want to pretend you're in your Bentley, listening to your name set up elsewhere, these. The Baseball Furies dropped the ball. Warriors soundtrack. They don't... As much as they are soft and loving, they're not super forgiving for poor quality recordings. Like, I think it's that pompous, you know, Michael Caine with a shotgun level of like, Don't feed me shit in my Bentley, or I will tell you it's shit. You're like, there's no way a headphone should sound as soft and loving and quality on just an A90. A90 is usually like my sterile boy. A little less sterile than like a 789 or any of the THX stuff, but it should still be, wow, my voice. I can barely hear myself speaking. Usually with the A90, it's like, all right, that, but now I want to really enjoy listening to these headphones. A90 only. I'm listening to Lana Del Rey right now. Can you hear it? Lana Del Rey is about to get real loud. All right, so Lana Del Rey is blasting. God, the fucking pads are so... Like, I just, like, twist the pads. I'm pushing on them like this. And it's just accepting my head. Giggity. It's so nice. I'm sorry that I'm just repeating so nice over and over again. But that's the purpose of these headphones. These are not entered to win in some sort of audio competition where the measurement graphs... No one fucking cares. Bentley went to Focal and said, make a headphone for Bentley owners. And Bentley owners don't have the fucking time to look at measurement graphs and hear your complaints about, oh, no, you got to use the DAC. You can't use a Sabre DAC. You got to use a dual burr brown, but no, AKM factory burned to the ground. But they don't care. Bentley owners buy a Bentley because they want to be driven around. They want fucking Alfred. That would have been an amazing episode of Batman, by the way, if he was that young and could wield a shotgun. They want Alfred to drive them around in luxury. They don't want to deal with shit. So these headphones are designed for people who don't want to deal with shit. They don't have to get the $5,000 German tube amp or the Class A fucking Singzer. They're just linear. Any amplifier. That is the best representation of linear I have in my vicinity. Sounds great. When you put them on, it's just like, it's comforting. It sounds like the sound is bouncing off of your leather interior. And wait, which roof? Is it the Rolls Royce that has the starry night roof, or is that a Bentley? I think that's the Rolls Royce that has that. Yeah, because the Spirit of Ecstasy goes down. Yeah, okay. So yeah, it's exactly what you'd hope a Bentley brand. Like usually people get like Ferrari shoes and Porsche watches, and that doesn't make it the thing. A Porsche watch doesn't make you feel like you own a Porsche. And Ferrari shoes are probably very fucking uncomfortable. So this might be the best brand collaboration I've ever seen, because this Bentley fucking headphone kind of makes me feel like I have a Bentley. Like I'm in that space when you put it on. You get complete... That fucking noise is gone. And everything is just great. As long as I stick away from the, like, MP3 rips of, 1990s Dreamcast games. But, oh, Westworld. I'm kind of going to be sad when these have to leave, because now that I know exactly how the amp situation works, and I could just sit here, the Westworld Season 2 soundtrack, and just... I get the Season 3 soundtrack, or I have the Season 3 soundtrack. Oh, God, Season 3. No, remind me. Back to Season 1. By the way, low gain. Negative 14 on that, which is pretty good. That doesn't really have... It has low gain, but you can leave it on that. This volume, like, there. So, super easy to drive. And I don't know if... Do Bentleys come with headphone jacks for, like, the entertainment system in the back? I would like to say they must, but at the same point, I don't know if they must. They should, even if they didn't come with a headphone, even if Bentley didn't have a headphone designed for their, like, little pull-out screens, they should have a headphone jack or Bluetooth to hook up to your fucking Apple bullshit. You know you got it. But yeah, they're super fucking easy to drive. And I think that's another reason that I'm liking the linear aspect of this, because all the other ones, kind of want a little bit more to get into the thing. And giving them more is just too loud. You're bothering me. Stop bothering me. Let me just be. So highly, 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 highly approve of these. Now, at $1,800, which is the price I found them for on Amazon, I think they're 1,200 euros. If you go to actual Bentley, fucking Bentley, go to shop.bentleymotors.com. They're $1,100 for the Focal for Bentley Radiance headphone. So I don't know if that, like, how that works out if you want to actually own these motherfuckers. But yeah. What was I saying? I had a thought in my processed. I'm gonna put a bullet where your thoughts get processed. You know, I haven't heard any Run the Jewels. Jewels. Come on. You can do this. Oh, it's in some sort of weird sort. Come on. Run the... It takes a minute. She old. I just realized I found a video that I had unreleased on this channel. Because I'm running out of videos, so I have to do a bunch of them this week. And the oldest unreleased video I have is from 2015. And it's me diagnosing a problem on the Spec 2. And I had that laptop. Well, you can't see it. It's back there. But the laptop that runs this is the same laptop from 2015. So it's going on 6 years of nearly never shutting off. God bless Toshiba Ultrabooks. They do a great job. So when it takes a second to, like, turn something on or off, I'm okay with it. Oh, the bass. It's so pleasing. God, that's the word. You could have $2,000 and go to Amsterdam and not be as pleased as I am right now. I don't like them loud either. That's another change. It's like, okay, I usually don't like pure linear. I had to check to see if the thing was on. I usually don't like pure linear, and I also usually like my, when I'm doing like actual listening, a little bit louder. Like, okay, you know, low is fine, but let me see if you can retrieve the detail. Let me see if you can do this. Let me see what your soundstage is doing. And on these, I don't want it. I think maybe because they're so sealed that all it takes is a whisper to like completely block all ambient noise. But I just want to sort of sit here and quietly listen to music. If you have hearing problems, might I recommend the Radiance for Bentley Focal setup. Like, that is so much lower than I would normally listen. It's just... this is it. This is the rap star equivalent of the best headphone. If you own a Bentley and you are a rap star, buy these headphones, motherfucker. And get an A90 and mount it into your car. Obviously, you'll need an inverter. This is fine. Hey. Yeah, no, I have nearly no negatives to say about this headphone, which makes it a boring review. Because I mean, the case is the standard Focal case with copper. I like the color schematics. I like the copper on the black. I like the Bentley logo there. Look, you open it up. Ta-da! Wire goes in here. Bentley headphones go in here. If you want to put the Bentley headphones in here and you close them up, in case you want to take them, you know, to and from your Bentley dealership. I'm sorry, stealership. No matter what car company it is, it's always a stealership. We could plug in the normal cables and give it a listen on the Sparkos. These are a little bit tight, I want to add. I had to, like, get them in there. And on a borrowed headphone, I'm a little bit nervous when I have to do shit like that. So, yeah, let's just look at... Oh. I wish this wire was better. I feel like Focal's biggest negative right now is just the wire. They have so many other things going for the build quality is fine. It's beautiful. It's got leather. It's got aluminum. It's got fucking fittings, the leather behind all this shit because it's closed. They're comfortable. They feel correct. There's no extra weight on the top versus extra weight on the side. When you move, they feel like you're wearing a big luxurious headphone. I don't really notice a huge gain going to balanced from unbalanced. It's more along the lines of most of my amplifiers are balanced, and fuck you, I'm going to use it. Because I could just quarter inch everything in the lineup. Why? This is not bad either. Maybe you got a Sparco Slabs amp for the back of your Bentley. Actually, it's got a touchscreen, kind of like a Bentley's touchscreen would be back in the day. Like a capacitive push-in touchscreen. And I actually like it. It's very, very weird. So yeah, if you can't afford a Bentley, which most of us we can't afford Bentleys, this is a hell of a good alternative to make you feel like you do. Oh God, white stripes. See, right there. Not popular white stripes. The popular white stripes songs are good, but the ones that are like you've never heard of, like Conquest, that gets a little shouty. Okay, I'm negative 53. I don't want. Oh, because I changed the game setting. I'm learning about this amp too. Yes, these are a yes. If you want to pretend you own a Bentley, you buy these. If you wish you could fucking sit in a Bentley, you buy these. I don't recommend driving in them because you literally won't hear the ambulance or police car that's trying to get around you or pull you over, so don't do that. But for every other music listening, you have to be willing to accept for $1,800, you're getting a very, very pleasing headphone. Technically, there are better headphones that do more technical, you know, this is nearly the same price as the Tissot's, the Tim Socks, not the Tissot's. God, I'm getting all fancy. I'm just looking at my wall, looking for $2,000 headphones, and there actually aren't that many here. But you get like a ZMF, like a big open back. Ether Flows. No, see, these are so much different than that. It doesn't matter. I can give them no negative points except your wire is jank. Fix your wire, Focal. This is all the headphones in your lineup are just fucking loop the wire. Loop it. You get this design of just loop a wire somewhere in the bottom. Put it around the whole thing. It'd be so much better. But yeah, that's it. That's it. Am I telling you to spend $1,800 on a headphone? Yeah. If you want, specifically, a headphone that sounds like you're in a Bentley. And you got, you know, him as he'd be your driver. It'd be the greatest thing ever. So, wallpaper, Best Girl, available in the description. Links to these, links to hi-fi guides in the forum, links to my Patreon and Subscribe Star, where if you join for $5 a month, you can see these reviews early. You can participate in yard sales. You could hopefully help me save up money to buy a real Bentley. Let's buy a Bentley, everybody. Z reviews all in the back of a Bentley. If I did that, like, is that a thing I could blow up? I could get a used one for probably like $70,000. Bentley's drop real bad. So if we got enough for a used Bentley, I could do reviews in the back of a Bentley. But I want to sit in the middle because I need the symmetry. I don't want to sit to the side by a window. Anyway, yes, Bentley reviews coming up on Z Reviews. See reviews early, participate in the yard sales from the 1st to 10th of every month where I sell things. This is a loaner, so obviously I'm not selling this. If you want to ask me any questions about your setup, your room, what you're going through, what you're buying, what you're not buying, what you should do, $10 a month gets you in the private behind-the-scenes Telegram chat where you can ask me and everyone else in there to help you solve your problems. I do recommend highly you ask the questions in the chat itself. Although if you are in a higher tier than $10, you can directly PM me and, you know, if you have a very specific question, I can answer it like that. What else? Anything else? I think we're good. Everyone, I think we're good. All right, sound demo, which hasn't been recorded yet, and I hope comes out as beautifully as this sounds, in the description along with him. And I will see you tomorrow for that, and then we'll move on after that, and then we're going to buy a Rolls Royce. I kind of want to jack.